Thank you very much for joining me. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. There could be two named storms developing this week. You see the two areas that I've highlighted here. I do want to point out right away, Jamaica, Cuba, eastern Cuba, Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and Turks and Caicos. We're going to go now from monitor mode to action mode. We need to start preparing for a flooding event out of this. There's going to be a lot of rain surging into our direction, so I'll get into that. Puerto Rico, keeping an eye on us across Puerto Rico, and what's coming out of Texas and Louisiana. We've had some rain, of course, a lot of rain in parts of Texas with this storm system. That's going to work its way toward Florida, and I do believe this area could spin up. So this area here that is going to build near Jamaica will lift toward the northeast. Now, the National Hurricane Center has been highlighting this. I do believe they will, or at least should, highlight this area as well, just off the coast of Florida, which could spin up later this week and then also shoot to the northeast. Both areas have the potential of developing. I want to show you the winds in these, how we're going to see this spin up and get into the potential rain totals. But again, we're now going to action mode. That means we need to start making plans and preparations for a big flood event. This isn't action mode for a giant hurricane moving in, but more so a big flood event regardless if this gets a name or not. So again, the locations: Jamaica, Cuba, eastern Cuba, Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and Turks and Caicos. My friends in Puerto Rico, we are still in monitor mode, which means in Puerto Rico, watching this very carefully. I know it just takes rain in some spots to cause power outages with that power grid situation in parts of Puerto Rico. I'm watching it carefully for you, but we are in monitor mode. That means kind of a wait and see, spread the word that there is going to be a system developing, but we do need to start to take some actions. Again, Jamaica, Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic, and Turks and Caicos. Again, eastern Cuba for the high risk of flooding headed our way. If you typically take on flooding and say a tropical storm or a tropical disturbance, we're going to have the high likelihood of that. Let me take out on time now. This here is the American model, very similar to the European model. I want to show you that and the winds in a second. You see this area here, this is by Wednesday. We're going to see the surge coming in from Texas, and then this area here building right near Jamaica by the time we get into Wednesday. Now, let me go out in time further. What's going to happen is we'll see a little surge from the Bahamas here, and then this here by Jamaica. Both of these areas by Thursday could become tropical depressions, very close to tropical storms. This one up here may be a little more subtropical in nature, maybe not truly tropical, but this one in here could become a tropical storm. Regardless, again, if they get names, we're going to see a lot of flooding out of this. Now, Jamaica, it is going to be a close call between a huge amount of rain and then not so much. So still a wait and see in Jamaica. We need to make some of the preps for flooding just in case, but it could be just to the east, but it's going to be too close for comfort. And then you see by Friday, this moves right into Haiti. We'll be watching that. High risk of river flooding coming our way in Haiti on Friday, even on Saturday, and watching the DR. And then Puerto Rico, we could see some of this rain as this lifts through the Turks and Caicos Friday into Saturday. Puerto Rico, on the kind of backside of this, we could get some additional rain on Saturday. Now, this is very similar to what we're seeing in the European model. So let me show you the setup. Here's Florida, Cuba, here's Belize, here's Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Cayman Islands here. Cayman Islands, most of this should stay to the south and east. So we've got these two areas here that I'm watching. And again, this area here will help to draw this area back to the northeast. So let's go out in time with the European model, looking very similar to what we're seeing now with the American model. So you can see in here, this is by Wednesday, that moisture really builds. Here's Jamaica. We're going to be right on the edge of some heavy rain in Jamaica on Wednesday. And then here's the rain in Florida, but it's kind of a little secondary area right in here, which may flare up. As this area moves into Florida, it may kind of surge in some moisture from Cuba and the Bahamas, and then this area may spin up into a tropical storm or subtropical storm. Bermuda, I'll keep an eye on you down the road. We'll see if any of this tries to kind of clip parts of the Carolinas here. So this here could become a tropical storm, and here's that area of rain that will work in by Thursday. And look at that. Look how Jamaica, we're going to be right on the edge of the heavy rain. Hopefully, I know we need some rain in spots, of course, but I don't want any extreme rain. That may be just south and east. So these two areas could both get a name as we get toward the end of the week. But then this here is Friday, and all that rain moves right into eastern Cuba, watching over toward Haiti. This area here kind of lifts to the north and helps draw this area up. But Haiti, the Dominican Republic, a very high chance of rain. Please spread the word. Friday, we are going to see flooding in Haiti. The river crossings will be dangerous. Same thing in the Dominican Republic. And you see here, this is by Saturday. Could be a tropical storm. We could even be talking about some very gusty winds. I want to show you the wind field in a second. Again, this area will be up here. I'll keep an eye on Bermuda. We may see some enhanced rain, but we'll get at least tropical storm conditions in Haiti and the Dominican Republic on Saturday. Then on Sunday, this will lift to the north. Again, any shift, I'll monitor how much rain we get in Puerto Rico. As we go out in time, of course, I'll be fine-tuning that for you, and then everything starts to pull away as we get deeper down the road. Now, here's where I'm kind of trying to find where the circulation of these will be. These are the winds. So let me just take you out in time here. Tuesday, this is into Wednesday. Let me flip over into Thursday. By Thursday, you could start to see, look, you're looking at the screen as well, a couple spins right in here. These are the areas developing very close and just south of Jamaica, and again over toward the Bahamas. That one lifts close to the coast of the Carolinas, and then this in here, look at that white shading here. That would be winds of 80 kilometers an hour, 50 miles per hour. I've got both units of measurement on there for you. This may wrap up into a tropical storm by the time we get into Friday and Saturday, move right into Haiti and the Dominican Republic, and then Turks and Caicos, and then kind of lift up off of that. Now, I'll keep an eye on the Bahamas. We're going to see areas of heavy rain and flooding as well in the Bahamas. Bahamas, like Puerto Rico, kind of in monitor mode to see how this shifts, but this could be a tropical storm very close to the Turks and Caicos on Saturday, and then eventually pulling away. But at the least, a extreme rain event in spots. That is a huge concern, especially in Haiti. With the runoff we're going to have, it is going to be life-threatening flooding in spots in Haiti. Thank you for getting the word out. Jamaica, we need to watch this closely. Again, eastern Cuba, over toward the Dominican Republic and Turks and Caicos. Over 150 millimeters of rain or 6 inches of rain. The rapid river rise, the rivers are going to rise very quickly with the runoff. That is a massive concern. Now, as we go out in time, what I'm going to do is we'll go island by island, kind of country by country, break it down. I want to show you exactly how much rain we will get. I just want to get a slightly better handle on exactly where this will be. Will it roll right over Jamaica? Will the core of this move more toward Puerto Rico? That's still a wait and see, but I'm going to fine tune that for you. All locations matter, big or small, populated or not so populated. I'll be watching it for you. Now, let me show you the zoomed in look here and take you through the week. So here's what's going on. Watching the rain building in Central America. So again, here's Jamaica. We get over toward Haiti here. Trinidad and Tobago, we're going to still see some rain and storms around the next few days. Been watching us in the southeastern Caribbean. It's been pretty active as we went through the weekend. This is by Wednesday, and here's Jamaica. And again, you see this buildup of moisture here, and still watching what's going on up here over by the Bahamas. A lot of rain by the time we get into Wednesday. We'll see that rain chance going way up. And then you see here, this is what is going to try to develop as it lifts to the north. So by the time we get into late on Thursday, look in Jamaica, these brighter colors, that would be the heavy and flooding rain. The green, not so much. So it could be split. We could be talking about the east end of Jamaica seeing a lot of rain. West end, maybe not so much, a wait and see. But then this area will try to develop, move right into Haiti and the Dominican Republic. We'll see the runoff, a mudslide potential. We're going to see those rock slides, especially in Haiti, those winding roads that go around some of the mountains. We'll see those rock slides. There's eastern Cuba, heavy rain, Turks and Caicos, extreme southern Bahamas again. So we can see one batch in the Bahamas Wednesday, another one Friday into Saturday, and then we'll be watching some of the rain over toward Puerto Rico, keeping an eye on the Virgin Islands as well as we work our way into Saturday. Now, will they develop into named systems? This time of year, there's a lot of red on the map. That's just wind shear, and that's usually not favorable for development this time of year. There's a lot more action up above our heads, but the water temperatures are still warm, and this is the warmest water just about is right here in the Caribbean, right where this is building and right where this is going. That's 30 degrees Celsius, plenty warm for a tropical system to develop. Those kind of mid-80s, 84-ish degrees Fahrenheit. So there are some ingredients in place for this to spin up. But again, regardless, the rain, the big issue out of this. Now, the next two names are Vince and Whitney. Both of these areas could get a name this week. But again, the next name on the list is Vince and Whitney. So again, two more names on the list. And then if we get through that and there happens to be another named storm before we get to the end of the year, there is a secondary list of names. Adria, Braylon, a couple of the names on that. Let's hope we don't get that far. So again, watching Trinidad and Tobago today, we've got the scattered showers and storms. A 50% chance today and tomorrow in Grenada. A 50% chance today, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Again, not related to the system that's building, but scattered showers and storms around. Barbados, a little more isolated, a 30% chance today and tomorrow in St. Lucia. As we work our way into Jamaica, all eyes on what's developing just to the south. Again, kind of holding steady with isolated showers the next couple days, but that could really pick up by the time we get into Thursday. Puerto Rico, a low 20% chance, watching what's trying to develop. Same thing, U.S. Virgin Islands and British Virgin Islands, about a 10 to 20% chance the next couple days. Martinique, today a 40% chance, 30% chance tomorrow. Isolated shower storm in Dominica. We get back through Guadeloupe, rain chance at about 30% over the next 2 days. And then we get toward Belize, scattered showers and storms around. It's going to be kind of active over the next few days, not for all of us. Cayman Islands, I'm watching the Cayman Islands carefully. Heaviest weather should stay south and east later this week, but if there's any shifts in that, I'll let you know right away. Bahamas, now this is kind of split. Northern and central Bahamas, we could be as high as 80% on Wednesday. Southern, not so much. And then that kind of turns around by the time we hit Friday, where we can see the southern Bahamas seeing a lot of rain. So Bahamas got you covered, and of course, as we go on time, we'll get more specific together. Isolated shower possible in Aruba, rain chance not too high. Curacao, not too high. Over toward Bonaire. Again, Haiti, we're thinking about what happens if you get extreme rain events. Thank you for sharing this channel in Haiti. What typically happens with the rivers, your river crossings? We need to make those preparations kind of ahead of time, looking at a very heavy rain event, especially by the end of the week. Please spread the word on that. Same thing in the Dominican Republic. Next few days isolated, but we could be talking about significant flooding late week in the Dominican Republic. Antigua and Barbuda, rain chance about 10%, 20% chance the next few days, St. Kitts and Nevis and Montserrat. 10% chance in Guila and St. Bart's, and only about a 20% chance the next few days, St. Martin, Saba, and Statia. Rain chance stays limited. A 30% chance today in Bermuda. Bermuda keeping an eye down the road to see how these systems lift to the northeast. Isolated shower storm in the Yucatan. 20% chance today in the Turks and Caicos, but again, all eyes will be late week. What tries to move in? We're taking action mode for the possibility of flooding in the Turks and Caicos. Cuba, we're thinking about the east end of Cuba for that high potential of rain later this week. Costa Rica, the rain chance on the higher side. 40% chance today in northern Venezuela. A 20% chance in Guyana. And as we work into Suriname, about a 20% chance. So again, two areas we're watching. Flooding of very high potential, a very active finish to the hurricane season. Vince and Whitney, the next two names on the list. The biggest threat will not just be flooding, but extreme flooding, very high totals, mudslides and rock slides, and I'll be fine-tuning it as we go out in time in those life-threatening river crossings. Please share this channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for getting the word out and being part of this weather community. Be safe and have a good rest of your day.